Throughout the iconic 1952 novel Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, the briefcase and the ideas it represents are perhaps some of the most meaningful throughout the entire novel. In the story, I.M.'s briefcase holds all of the items which try to define him, and in doing so, become his identity. It's not until the end of the novel that we finally see I.M. get rid of his briefcase, and with it, the identities that others have tried to place on him. His briefcase is first seen when he receives his scholarship to the state's all-black college. However, readers quickly find out the true purpose of the scholarship, which is to keep him running and chasing identities that are not truly his. Ironically, the next time we see the briefcase comes right after his expulsion. I.M. is given the false letters of recommendation, which he treats with great pride. As with most things, they end up in his briefcase, and it's not until he finally gets rid of the last letter that he finds out the truth about the letters. The next item that ends up in his briefcase is the fake name that Brother Jack gives him. This is, yet again, forcing him to change who he is in pursuit of yet another false hope. Our next encounter with the briefcase happens when I.M. tries to dispose of the racist coin bank at Mary's house. While I.M. makes several attempts to get rid of it, they all prove unsuccessful, and I.M. was forced to keep the scattered pieces of the racist coin bank in his briefcase. The next item to end up in I.M.'s briefcase is the Sambo doll. As with the coin bank, I.M. wanted to destroy the Sambo doll, however he was forced to pick it up and carry it in his briefcase. Just like the coin bank that came before it, the Sambo doll is a representation of I.M. himself, a puppet to be toyed with by the whites. Later on, I.M. decides to purchase a pair of dark green sunglasses, which end up in his briefcase as well. These green glasses provide I.M. with a fake identity that he can mask himself with. However, when he runs into a situation when he needs them the most, he finds them broken, almost as if the briefcase knows that he cannot continue chasing an identity that is not his, which leads us to the very last scene of the novel, his journey in the coal cellar. Because he cannot see, blinded by the lack of light in his surroundings, I.M. is forced to burn almost every item in his briefcase. As every last item is reduced to ash, I.M. is finally free from the things which held him back, and the novel ends. In the book, the narrator chooses to express the word briefcase as two words, briefcase with a space between them, almost as a subtle hint that this is not your average briefcase. As we've said before, the briefcase holds all the symbols which try to identify I.M. As I.M. becomes more and more cognizant, he begins to try to get rid of these items, but is unable to do so. On more than one occasion, I.M. also reports his briefcase feeling heavy, a nod to the tendency for its contents to hold him back. And finally, burning all of the briefcase's contents is what finally sets him free. The briefcase is one of the purest developments of the book's theme of identity, which cares that an individual can only realize their true identity once they completely reject the identities imposed on them by others. What I.M. conquered was not the briefcase itself, but his own blind loyalty to the things that it held. So I urge you to ask yourself, what's in your briefcase?